Brazil is a massive economy in our near abroad, and we've watched closely as Brazil's free speech dynamic has been repeatedly attacked. It seems a rogue judiciary is not an exclusively uniquely American experience. One judge in Brazil is now petitioning the Attorney General to revoke the passport of Brazilian Congressman Eduardo Bolsonaro. Eduardo is the son of Jair Bolsonaro, the former president, who's currently leading in the polls to retake power. If he's even allowed to run under the crazy system they have down there where they charge their political enemies with crimes, where have we heard that before? Eduardo Bolsonaro joined me exclusively to detail the eroding democratic conditions in Brazil.
The lawfare that we're facing down there in Brazil is the same lawfare that Trump faced here. I usually say it's the same virus. The difference is that we have less antibodies in Brazil, which make things harder. In Brazil, you have the Superior Electoral Court, and they decide who can run, who cannot run. So my father, right after he stepped out from the presidency, this court said that he cannot run. Because two things. Because he met 40 ambassadors and did a live stream. It was actually a press conference too. And he was criticizing the electoral process in Brazil, something that he was doing for the last, 15 years.
So wait a second. If you criticize the way they run elections, they don't let you participate in the elections?
Yes.
That's crazy.
But if you had this kind of law here in the US, it wasn't only a mugshot in Georgia that Trump would take. Trump would be out of the ballots. I think that is really unfair. You do not let him run because he met ambassadors and criticized the electoral process. And the other excuse that they created is because he made a public statement after September 7th, because it's our Independence Day. So we had a military parade, and after that he crossed the street, going to a square where we have, almost 1 million people waiting for him. He did a speech. And the court, electoral court, said this was political abuse. Come on. And we cannot expect a fair judgment because all of the justices that are going to judge my father, they are appointed by left-wing presidents, Lula and Dilma, plus Alexandre de Moraes, which is a personal enemy of Jair Bolsonaro.
Following this interview, the very judge Eduardo was criticizing took the very sharp, unusual step of seeking to restrict his travel outside the country. So was it our in-person interview in our D.C. bureau that triggered this action? Was it Eduardo's participation in CPAC, a conference that brings together global conservative activists and leaders? To us, the fact that there would be an effort to try to constrain Eduardo Bolsonaro's travel only reinforces our concern that Brazil is headed in the wrong direction.